Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. As you know, yesterday we discussed about photosynthesis, syllabus in photosynthesis and site of photosynthesis. And now today's topic is stomata. Where stomata are present? As you know, stomata are present on the leaves. These are tiny pores present on the leaves. These are tiny pores present on the leaves. The function. Now we have to see what are the functions of these stomata. As you know, functions of stomata is transpiration, gas exchange. What is transpiration? Loss of water occurs through these pores, through stomatal pores. Okay. Now gas exchange. Gas exchange also occurs through these pores, like that of carbon dioxide enters into leaves through these stomatas. Okay. Now another important function is that is water content of the god cells is regulated by opening and closing of stomata. जो भी water content god cells का इनको regulate कौन करता है? Opening and closing of stomata. Okay. When water inside the god cells, it swells up stomatal open. This is the opening of stomata here. Stomata open. When water moves, this is the entry of water inside the god cells. When water moves out, this is entry and this is out. When water moves out of the god cells, they shrink. God cells shrink here, and stomatal pore closes. This stomatal pore closes. This is the opening and closing of stomata. Okay. Now this is opening and closing of stomata. Now another topic is nutrition in animals. How nutrition in animals takes place? As you know, nutrition animals takes place. There occurs 5 steps. Nutrition in animals. There occurs 5 steps. These steps are: the first step is ingestion, and second is digestion, and third is absorption, and fourth is assimilation, and fifth is egestion. Fifth is egestion. These are the 5 basic steps of nutrition which takes place in animals. The first is ingestion. What is ingestion? यही समझना है. Ingestion, as you know, we take the food. Why we take the food? We take the food in order to get energy from the food. When we take this food, it is called ingestion. Means taking of food. Is called, इसी को हम कहते हैं ingestion. We call it ingestion. But this food we take with the help of hands and put in our mouth. But this food is present in insoluble form, in solid form, or we can say insoluble form. When we put this food in our mouth, there starts another step that is known as digestion. इसको क्या कहते हैं हम? Digestion starts in mouth. But in mouth, there occurs 2 types of digestion. The first is physical digestion. This is the physical digestion. Points should be noted. And another is chemical digestion. These are important points. Physical digestion means physical. In this we use our teeth in order to grind this food, to make into pieces, to break down into pieces. And chemical digestion. In this digestion we use our glands. As you know, in our mouth there are several glands which secrete the saliva. And there occurs two types of digestion: physical digestion and chemical digestion. Physical digestion with the help of teeth and chemical digestion with the help of glands. Okay, digestion, simply we can say this is the insoluble food. Then this insoluble food is broken down into soluble form. This is called digestion. We can say digestion is a process in which complex food is broken down into simpler, soluble form. It is called digestion. Okay? And there occurs two types of digestion. One is physical in our mouth. One is physical digestion and another is chemical digestion. Physical digestion means with the help of teeth we grind the food, and chemical digestion with the help of glands, like salivary glands are present on the mouth. We secrete the saliva that contains salivary amylase. Okay, and another is absorption. Now another step in digestion, that is absorption. What is absorption? This soluble food passes into the intestine wall, and then passes in the bloodstream. Okay, then passes in the intestinal wall, absorbs the digested food, and then it is passes in the bloodstream. Then it passes in the bloodstream. ओके, इसके बाद assimilation होता है. Assimilation means this absorbed food gets assimilated. This absorbed food gets assimilated by our body cells. Okay, this is known as assimilation. And last step is addition. Addition means now some part of the food remains undigested, which is defected from our body, which is adjusted from our body in the form of phases. This is called addition. These are the 5 steps of digestion. The first one is ingestion, and second one is digestion, absorption, assimilation, and addition. Again, we will give brief introduction about this. Ingestion means taking of food. When we take food in our mouth, it is called ingestion. And another is digestion. What is digestion? Digestion means breakdown of food. The food which we take in our mouth is solid. Now digestion starts in mouth. There occurs two types of digestion. One is physical digestion and another is chemical digestion. Grinding and with the help of glands. Okay, this is known as chemical digestion. So this grinding and chemical glands makes this food into soluble form. This soluble form, then it is absorbed by our small intestine. Small intestine had finger-like positions. These positions are called villi. That help us in absorption of this food and then passes this food into the bloodstream. Okay, then assimilation starts. Then this food is assimilated. By our body cells and transported all the parts of the body. Okay, and last one is addition. Addition means there remains some undigested part that goes in large intestine. They are mixes to this food with water, and they are defected. They are ejected out in the form of feces. This is called addition. These are the 5 steps of digestion. The first one is ingestion, remember it, and second is digestion, absorption, assimilation, and addition. These are the basic steps of digestion. This is all about 5 steps of digestion. This is nutrition in animals. Nutrition in animals takes place by these 5 processes, these 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and addition. Remember it. Okay, this is all about this.